All right, I'm Chris Axelrad. Let's talk about mind-body medicine. Let's talk about, how mind-body medicine works and what it is. So first of all, mind-body medicine is essentially using your thoughts, using your feelings, using your, imagination, your breath, anything that really doesn't involve taking an external therapy. So you're really using your internal resources, your mind, your consciousness, your awareness to assist your body in healing. And that's essentially all it is. Okay, so really it's a mind over matter type of a practice. And so, we use meditations, we use breathing exercises, we use visualizations. I love visualizations because they tap into the power of imagination, which to me is what makes us unique as humans, is our ability to very clearly imagine things. And it's out of our imagination that we then create these amazing lives with all these amazing gadgets and structures and just all the amazing things we do as humans really starts with the fact that we have this unique ability to use our imagination. So it's a powerful healing tool as well. It's a powerful healing tool. Now, how does it work? Well, turns out that our bodies physiologically are continually responding to how we feel emotionally. So a very simple example of this that I use all the time when I teach is, if I take you and I put you into, we go to a movie theater, there's two movies playing. One is a horror movie or a suspense movie, and one is a love story, okay? So if I hook you up to all these monitors, right, and take your blood and some type of like a real-time blood test monitor that can test your hormones and also your blood pressure and your brain waves and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so then we're going to put you in the suspense and horror movie. Okay, so just by watching this movie, it's not even real. Nothing is really happening to you. Okay, but you go into the movie and you get caught up in the movie and you allow yourself to be absorbed in the story. Okay, and then I'm measuring all your chemicals, and as this very suspenseful movie is going on, your heart rate is a certain way. It's usually elevated. Your blood pressure is going to go up a little bit. Certain, adrenaline is going to be more prevalent. You may, have some moments of very rapid heart rate, like when something really scary and sudden happens. And you're responding to all this, and it's not even real. You're just creating all of these emotional states in response to this suspenseful movie. You could just as easily go into that movie in a state of meditation and sit in that movie and like not pay attention to it and not have any of those changes going on in your biology. If I take you to the love story theater then, and I've still got you hooked up to all these monitors, and now there's all these happy feelings and these very moving, victorious feelings of, the love and the friendship, and maybe there's a part where, they break up for a little while, then they get back together. Those emotions are, going to be predominantly, not driven by adrenaline and probably not raise your blood pressure in the same way. You're going to have more feelings of pleasure, endorphins and dopamine and all of these other types of neurotransmitters and things that really calm you down, make you feel this sense of pleasure and this sense of joy. And so again, what's the difference? Well, it's just the movie. It's the movie that's playing, and it's you absorbing yourself into that story. And that's how we use mind-body medicine, but we use mind-body medicine to create these states in our body using our mind. Visualizations, we would use a certain story, and then you follow that story in your mind. For instance, you can visualize yourself. Like one of my favorite visualizations, and I do this all the time, is something I call the big mind method, where I will visualize myself going way, way, way up in the air like I'm in an airplane and looking down at myself from that vantage point. When you think you have a really big problem, and then you change the story to where, oh, wait a minute, you know what? I'm remembering how small I am. I'm remembering how insignificant this really is. You can even take yourself way, way out to where, you're looking at the earth from like from the moon, for instance. The the little blue marble, and you think about that, I don't know, that meeting that you're about to go into, or that boss that just kind of gave you grief, or the argument you may have had with somebody, or whatever it is, and then you think about it from that perspective, and you realize how small it is. And all you did was change the story about it. All you did was change the story, and that is mind-body medicine in one form. Another thing you can do is to, do very gentle, relaxed breathing exercises, which again, you're using your mind, you're doing intentional breathing, it's slowing down the breath, it's helping to modulate the nervous system and calm down the nervous system. And this has very powerful effects on circulation, on mood, on appetite, on mental focus. It has amazing effects on your body in that way. There's also movement exercises, which I do consider mind-body exercise as well. Things like Tai Chi, yoga, and other things where you're intentionally moving the body into certain positions or through certain sequences, and it exercises your brain, or your awareness and your intentional consciousness, as well as your breath, as well as the physical, the nervous system, the muscles, and all the different things. So that's really what mind-body medicine is. And to me, mind-body medicine is the most powerful of all of them, because everything has to start with mindset. Everything has to begin with a choice and a focus and an intention. And so, if you go into a process, no matter what that process is, whether it's at your job or whether it's in your family or whether it's at school or whatever it is, but especially the process that you go into in a clinic like mine, where you're going to want to heal a condition, when you go into it with the right mindset and you go into it with that right sort of openness and sense of wonder and willingness to learn and focus on the positive things you're going to get out of it, you dramatically enhance your chances for success. You dramatically increase the chances that you're going to get what you're looking for, because that mindset is right. If you go into it with this sort of skeptical, very negative, very self-defeating mindset, you're much more likely to give up the first obstacle that you run up against. No process is ever 100% smooth. There's never a road from here to there that you don't run up against some obstacle of some kind. And so when you hit that obstacle, if your attitude is positive and hopeful and forward-looking, you're going to have a much higher chance that you're going to keep going. Versus if you're sort of just slogging along and I don't know if this is going to work, and man, yeah, and you're just kind of looking for the reasons it's not going to work, and the first thing that validates that, you just drop off. You drop off, you stop, you go back. And so that's why I think mind-body is the most critical thing in all of this, and really in all of healing. So getting your mindset straight, very important. So that's mind-body medicine in a nutshell. So that's why we integrate that into our process in the clinic, because it recruits your mind and your consciousness into the process and generates those positive chemicals and generates those medicines that are going to give you more energy and give you more focus and help you to complete all the other steps. So that's it. That's mind-body medicine.